Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Web Solution Master. Today, we're diving deep into a combo that has seriously changed the game for web developers. Next.js and Tailwind CSS. If you've been looking for a way to build beautiful, high-performance websites faster than ever, you're in the right place. We're going to explore why this pairing is considered a perfect match for modern web design, breaking down all the benefits and showing you just how powerful they can be together. So, grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's get started. First up, let's talk about why this combination is so effective. Next.js, as you probably know, is a React framework that gives us incredible features right out of the box, like server-side rendering and static site generation. This means our sites are not only super fast, but also SEO friendly. On the other hand, we have Tailwind CSS, which is a utility-first CSS framework. Instead of writing custom CSS for every little thing, Tailwind gives us a massive library of utility classes that we can apply directly in our HTML. Think of it like having a set of Lego bricks for styling. You can build anything you can imagine just by combining these small, single-purpose classes. When you bring these two together, something magical happens. The development process becomes incredibly streamlined. One of the biggest wins is how Tailwind enhances responsiveness. Building a website that looks great on a desktop, a tablet, and a phone used to be a real headache. You'd be writing complex media queries and constantly juggling different style sheets. With Tailwind, it's a breeze. You can apply responsive prefixes directly to your classes. For example, you can have an element be hidden on mobile but visible on larger screens just by adding a few simple classes. This makes building complex, responsive layouts intuitive and fast, letting you see the results instantly without ever leaving your component file. This fits perfectly with the component-based architecture of Next.js and React. Another huge advantage is performance. We all know that page load speed is crucial for user experience in SEO. Large, bloated CSS files can seriously slow down your site. This is where Tailwind's Justinta or Gita compiler comes in. Instead of shipping the entire massive library of Tailwind classes to the browser, the GIT compiler scans your files for the classes you're actually using and generates a tiny, highly optimized CSS file containing only those styles. When you integrate this with Next.js, the result is phenomenal. Your initial page loads are lightning fast because you're only sending the absolute minimum amount of CSS needed. This synergy between Next.js optimized builds and Tailwind's lean CSS output is a game changer for creating high-performance web applications that users will love. Now, let's touch on server-side rendering and static site generation, which are core features of Next.js. With server-side rendering, the server pre-renders the page with all the necessary HTML and CSS before sending it to the client. This means the user sees the fully styled content almost immediately. Because Tailwind CSS styles are applied directly as classes in your JS, they are seamlessly included in this server-rendered HTML. There's no flash of unstyled content or delay while a separate CSS file loads. The same applies to static site generation. When Next.js builds your site, it generates static HTML files for each page, with all the Tailwind styles baked right in. This is perfect for blogs, marketing sites, and e-commerce product pages, delivering an unbeatable user experience with zero layout shift and instant content visibility. One of the philosophies behind Tailwind that I've really come to appreciate is its utility-first approach. At first, it might look a little strange to have a long list of classes in your HTML, but once you get used to it, it's hard to go back. This approach enforces design consistency across your entire application. Instead of developers inventing their own class names or CSS properties, they're using a predefined set of design tokens for spacing, colors, typography, and more. This makes your code base much easier to read and maintain. When a new developer joins the team, they don't have to learn a custom CSS architecture. They just need to know Tailwind. This consistency is invaluable for large projects and growing teams, ensuring that the user interface remains cohesive and predictable, no matter who is working on it. It also dramatically speeds up the process of prototyping and iterating on designs. But what about custom branding? Does using a utility-first framework mean all your sites will look the same? Absolutely not. This is where Tailwind's powerful customization comes into play. The Tailwind config.js file is your best friend. Here, you can customize everything from your color palette and font families to spacing units and breakpoint. You can extend the default theme or completely override it to match your brand's unique design system. This means you get all the benefits of the utility-first workflow without sacrificing creative freedom. You can build a completely bespoke design system that is still powered by Tailwind's efficient engine. This flexibility is what makes it so powerful. You're not locked into a specific look like you might be with other frameworks. You're given a system to build your own look, which is a subtle but very important distinction. Let's dive a bit deeper into that customization. Imagine you have a specific brand color. Let's say a unique shade of blue in your Tailwind config.js. You can define this color as primary. Now, you can use classes like BG primary, text primary, and border primary throughout your Next.js application. If your brand's color ever changes, you only have to update it in one single place to config file. Every instance of that color across your entire site will update automatically. This is incredibly efficient and it removes the need to search and replace hex codes across multiple CSS files. You can apply this same logic to fonts, spacing, shadows, and virtually any other design element. You're essentially creating your own design language that's easy to use and even easier to maintain. Another point worth mentioning is the developer experience. Working with Next.js and Tailwind together is just a joy. The fast refresh feature in Next.js means that when you make changes to your components or styles, you see the updates in your browser almost instantly, without losing your application state. When you're tweaking your UI with Tailwind's utility classes, this rapid feedback loop is incredibly productive. You can experiment with different layouts, colors, and sizes in real time, making the design process feel more like a creative conversation than a rigid coding task. This smooth, integrated workflow not only makes you a faster developer, but also a happier one. You spend less time wrestling with tools and more time bringing your vision to life. Beyond Next.js, it's also important to note that Tailwind CSS is framework agnostic. While it shines with Next.js, it's also fully compatible with other popular frameworks like Vue, Svelte, and even vanilla HTML projects. This means that the skills you learn with Tailwind are highly transferable. Once you master its utility-first principles, you can apply them to a wide range of projects, regardless of the underlying technology stack. This makes investing time in learning Tailwind a really smart career move. It's not a niche skill tied to a single ecosystem. It's a modern approach to CSS that is becoming an industry standard. Its popularity and strong community support mean you'll find plenty of resources, plugins, and tutorials to help you along the way. So, to wrap it all up, the combination of Next.js and Tailwind CSS offers a complete, modern solution for building web applications. You get the performance, SEO benefits, and powerful rendering capabilities of Next.js, combined with the rapid development, design consistency, and optimized output of Tailwind CSS. You're building responsive, fast-loading sites with a developer experience that is second to none. The utility-first approach helps maintain a clean and consistent code base, while the deep customization options ensure your designs remain unique and on-brand. Whether you are a solo developer building a side project or part of a large team working on an enterprise-level application, this duo provides the tools you need to succeed and build amazing things for the web. If you haven't tried this combination yet, I highly encourage you to give it a shot. Setting it up is incredibly straightforward, and there are official guides for integrating Tailwind into a Next.js project. I promise, once you experience the speed and efficiency of this workflow, you'll wonder how you ever build websites without it. That's all for today's deep dive. I hope you found this helpful and feel inspired to try out Next.js with Tailwind CSS. What are your thoughts on this stack? Have you used it in your projects? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your experiences. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.